This was delicious.
I'm stunned that this is craft.
Welcome to the channel, bringing a real-world perspective to the real-world whiskey consumer.
I'm Josh.
And I'm Erin.
And we are not professional whiskey tasters. Nope. And we do things a little backwards over here.
Yep.
This is a blind review, double blind. We have no clue what's in our glass. It's been drawn at random from a pool of bourbons and ryes that we've probably never tried before. There are a few curveballs in there to keep us on our toes, but we likely have no familiarity with this product. And we're going to smell it, taste it, give it a rating. Then we're going to find out the price and see if that changes our rating before we find out what we're drinking. Again, kind of a backwards way of doing a review, but it's how we do over here because we want to eliminate all the hype and the bias, even the price tag. We want to let you know what we think about the whiskey in the glass the most honest way we possibly can.
Yes.
And that's through blind tastings.
Absolutely.
So with that said, let's go ahead and get this on the nose and see what we're working with tonight.
Whew. I'm getting a lot of alcohol coming off of this glass.
It's got some of that, yeah.
Underneath all that burning of the nose hairs, I'm getting some caramel, and that's all I got.
Okay. I lost all nose hairs in my left nostril. My right one remains intact, but I went in and left first, learned my lesson. Banana split in a glass.
What?
It's got a little banana, but you're getting all the ice cream flavors. You're getting the chocolate. You're getting the cherry.
Wow, you're getting a whole lot more from this than I am.
Yeah. Smells awesome to me.
Cool.
Let's get it on the palate.
This tastes like something I've had before.
Whoa, whoa, whoa. It's got the proof. It's got the burn. It's got the spice.
It's got that magic in me.
Wow, that is... I'm going to definitely need a second sip.
Same.
Because my first impressions on the first sip are, wow, I should have known with the ethanol on the nose.
Yeah, this was packing a punch from the get-go, like with the singeing of the nose hairs and all.
But that second sip, like it came through with a heavy...
The first sip?
Or the first sip. It came through with a heavy proof punch, so I'm going to need a second sip. I do stand by what I said on the nose.
Yeah.
But let's get into a second sip and see if we can get acclimated more.
There's something kind of Scotch-ish about this. Maybe it's like a single malt-ish. There's something in this that I've had before, and I'm thinking it's something I've picked up in an international whiskey before. So maybe it's a single malt of some kind.
I'm not trying to guess. We don't try to guess, but I am going to say this does remind me of something like a barrel-proof product from Old Forester, Brown-Forman, Jack Daniels, any of those. 1792 full proof maybe. Those types of things. I don't even know if we have any of that stuff in our pool. I don't think we do, but what I'm telling you is that this is what that reminds me of. That's what this reminds me of.
Gotcha.
A little banana, a lot of cherry, a lot of vanilla. A lot of vanilla going with that cherry, and that's where I get that. When I start getting that with a little bit of chocolate, that's when I start thinking banana split.
Okay.
You give me cherry vanilla chocolate, my mind goes banana split, especially when I'm getting banana in there too. It's kind of a given. A little strawberry.
Yeah.
All the flavors.
I wish I could say more. I don't agree with you, and I don't disagree with you.
Yeah.
It's very alcohol forward, and then there's some sort of note in there that is a familiar note to me, but I cannot place it.
Yeah. I will say that, and I don't think this is in our pool. I don't know why it would be, but this reminds me of some 1792 foolproof picks that we've had. Yeah. So if this is a comparable product and you don't ever see 1792 foolproof in your market, this would be something to look for. If you do get 1792 foolproof and this is much more expensive or harder to find, then I would recommend just going and getting a 1792 foolproof. So just saying that before I know what it is, that might make me look like a fool later, but I'm just telling you what I'm getting in the glass.
This also tastes like warmness feels, which makes me feel like it's high proof.
Well, it's definitely high proof.
Yeah.
I will say, for the proof point being as high, I mean, we're north of 120 for sure.
You think?
We could be north of 130.
Wow, that's a very bold statement.
Well, it's got the heat. It's got the alcohol heat of that proof point, but it doesn't have the long finish.
Okay, I was going to say heat might be pushing it, but maybe because the heat doesn't stick around. It's not a long finished heat.
It's not spicy.
It's not spicy.
It doesn't have a lot of spice on the palate.
But
it's just got alcohol
There
heat.
is heat while you're drinking it, and then once you swallow, it's done.
Yeah, and it has a lot of flavor concentration.
Yeah.
All right. Are you ready to get some ratings on this? I need another sip.
Ready.
Okay. What do you got? What's your rating?
I'm giving it a thumbs up. I like it. While I can't pick out specific flavors, I'm enjoying what I'm drinking. Also, sorry, it's like still kind of hitting me a little bit.
It is.
And I have found that I do like higher proof whiskeys that are balanced. And while this is a high proof, I feel like we can tell it does seem balanced.
Yeah. I think that's a really important point to note, because you don't like stuff that's really overly hot for no reason.
Right. Like, there has to be a reason. Don't be stupid.
Right. Our warm-up pours are usually like in the 90 to 100 proof range.
Mm-hmm.
So coming into this, it was quite a shock to get hit by this much proof and flavor. But 3 or 4 sips in, we've kind of acclimated to it. And I agree. Most of the alcohol heat has tamed down. It doesn't have a ton of spice on the palate. And the flavor concentration is so dense and rich.
It's very concentrated, but it stays only for a short period of time. The concentration is here and then it's gone.
I disagree on my last sip before the rating. And I want to highlight this before I give my rating, because I took a sip, and what you don't see here on camera is that we cut out like a minute of me just sitting here with my eyes closed and then letting this thing wash over me.
Yeah, you're welcome.
And I can still taste it, because it's hard when you're talking to a camera and you're trying to say what you're getting.
Okay, that's fair. I think because it's not spicy, I can still taste it, but it's not spicy or heat.
Yeah.
So I'm saying you can't. It's concentrated and it goes away, but I guess it doesn't.
I'm still tasting it right now, and it's cherry. It is a cherry vanilla, just absolute monster of a pour in those flavors. And then I think it is a little rowdy. So maybe it's a little young, or maybe it's just the way it's blended or something. I think it has a potential of being something special. But again, I stand by it reminding me of a 1792 full proof pick, a good one.
Fair.
Or something like an Old Forester Barrel Strength, a good one of those picks.
Okay.
So that's what I'm standing by.
All right.
If the price, I didn't give a rating. I would thumbs up. I like this.
I was thumbs up too.
I consider going 2 thumbs up, but it just, I don't know, maybe it's just tonight or whatever. Like after the vanilla, the cherry is the most prominent thing. And I'm just not in a big cherry mood tonight. So there's a night where this could be a 2 thumbs up for me probably, but it's going to be a thumbs up for me. A strong thumbs up. 72 is
$75.
Oh man.
That's less money than I expected it to be based on how much kind of alcohol is in here, proof-wise. I'm going to stay thumbs up. I don't feel like that's a bad price. It is leaning more towards kind of on the expensive side for me, for my comfort level. But I don't feel like that's a ripoff. I feel like anyone paying that is not getting like ripped off.
All right. Here's the thing, guys. 2 thumbs up means we love it and we gotta have a bottle of it. And I really, really like this.
But you don't gotta have a bottle.
But I don't have to have a bottle of it. I think it's worth every penny of $75. If you like very heavy cherry vanilla notes, then this will be your jam.
Yeah.
But it's just the way that it's coming across to me. Maybe tonight, maybe I'm just not feeling cherry or whatever. It is a divisive note for me. Sometimes I love it. Sometimes it can be a little off-putting to me depending on how it's leaning. Okay. And tonight I like this.
Notifications, sorry.
Tonight I like this a lot, but I don't love it. I don't have to have it. There's a different night. This could be a 2 thumbs up for me though.
Before I click on it, I just had another sip of it, and there's still that something reminds me of like a scotch.
I don't have a clue in the world what that.
Do you know what I'm saying? Like, does it have like a international whiskey taste to you?
Nope, not getting that at all.
I mean, I know it's not.
Right. I'm trying to think of what it could be, and I don't know what it would be unless there's like
a single malt.
So on single malts, I get a strong honey note, and you could say honey here, and I would go with that.
There's something when I first sipped it, and now like this 4th sip or whatever. There's something that I get when I taste a single malt whiskey, an international single malt whiskey of any kind, and that flavor is here. Okay.
If you said honey or honeysuckle, I could go with that on this as well. It's not really floral at all, but it has like a sweet honey type of vibe to it as well.
All right. So we
like
are working
clover
with
honey.
Oh, I've never heard of this before.
Hit us with it.
Boulder Craft Spirits Cask Strength.
Oh.
And this is 133.8 proof.
From Barry Hawk.
From Barry Hawk.
Thank you, Barry.
The Barry Hawk.
Okay.
Whom we love and adore.
A lot of things make a lot of sense now.
Explain this to me.
So I'm going to explain it to you, but I need to look it up. So this does have a heavy malt percentage in it.
Y'all, I am so good. Am I a professional whiskey taster now?
No.
No. Heck no, Aaron.
Is it craft strength?
Cask.
That's worse than castle strength.
Cask strength, man. How much have you had to drink?
I typed cask strength, but I said craft strength because it's Boulder Craft Spirits.
Gotcha.
Golly,
I
guys,
understand.
we're a mess over here. Okay, just bear with us. So yeah, this is something 133.8 proof. It is 51% corn, 44% malted barley, and 5% rye.
Hey, girl.
So that makes sense.
I see you, malted barley.
That and malted barley is what international single malts are made out of. So
Boom. It's like I do this full time, but I don't because I have a real job.
well, some people's real job is this.
I wish mine was this.
Do you though?
No, I don't. I wish it was knitting. I wish I was a professional knitter.
Wow. So here's what we need to talk about right now.
Okay, let's do it.
Boulder Craft Spirits is relatively new on the scene.
Colorado.
This is a 5-year-old.
Boulder, Colorado.
Yep, Boulder, Colorado. 5 years old. Craft. This is remarkably good whiskey for craft.
Yeah.
This might be the best craft whiskey.
This is a great craft whiskey.
Is it? It's this and 13th Colony Double Oaked.
Those
and they're wildly different.
Yeah, different flavor profiles,
Yeah.
but exceptional. Like, you would never guess that they were from a craft distillery by tasting them, because sometimes you can tell.
Yeah.
And with this, I can't tell. And with 13th Colony's Double Oaked, I can't tell.
You can't tell, says the girl that picked up on this being an international adjacent whiskey with the heavy barley content.
But I couldn't tell it was craft.
Right. Yeah. I mean, this is wild. I'm a little shocked. I'm a little bit of at a loss for words. I think
I'm just a lot impressed.
I'm a lot impressed. You know, we talk about when we do these videos, we try to give you our honest impressions. And then at the end, we try to speak to why we put the sample in the blind sample pool.
Why did we put this in the blind sample pool?
Well, number one, because Barry gave it to us.
Yeah. And Barry's awesome.
Secondly, is because this is a craft whiskey that got like number 10 on Fred Minnick's top bourbons or whiskeys of 2022 or 2023.
Well, I know. I see why.
Yeah. I mean, it's a little different, but it's still really good.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm impressed.
For 133 proof, that's really good crafting of the whiskey because there was no spice. Like, there was heat. We could tell it was proofy, but it was not burning us. It was just delicious.
Yeah. And I did say I know this reminded me of a 1792 foolproof pick,
Yep.
which they're about $50 to $60 in most markets.
Where can you get the Boulder, though? Is it a Colorado only thing?
I don't think it's Colorado only. It's starting to circulate more and more.
Okay.
So keep your eyes peeled for it if this sounds interesting. What I think is more remarkable is I said this also reminded me of an Old Forester single barrel strength. Those are $90 or $100 and incredibly hard to find. And if you have this in your market, you can get a very similar profile to them for...
So if you have the Boulder in your market, you could get a similar profile to the Old Forester cask strength.
Yes.
Single barrel cask strength.
And this sits on shelves.
Because this and them was very vague.
Sorry. Yeah. Thank you for the clarification.
You're welcome.
So hopefully you like this video. Definitely check out Boulder Craft Spirits. I mean, we're sitting here impressed and
color me impressed.
A little stunned too, to be honest with you. So hopefully, while our words might not have been the best in this video, hopefully our reactions told more of the story. You know when they say picture's worth 1,000 words?
Yeah.
Our reactions are worth 1,000 words here.
And 1,000 likes. Hit that like button.
There you go. And subscribe if you like this style of content. We do blind tastings over here every single week.
We do.
Join in. Be part of the family.
Yes.
The water's warm.
We would love to have you.
Yeah.
Whoa, that's creepy. And that's it for today. Be good to each other. And until next time, cheers. It rubs the lotion on its skin.
Relax over there, Bill.